Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. My God, we're running quick here. We're running early. We're running all over the place here. I figured, you know what? We're on a pre-show. They're on a pre-show. They're going to have a live match right off the bat. Let's freaking go. I haven't even got everything set up yet. And let me get the lights off for you here. It is October 10, 2022. Happy birthday, Tempest. Happy birthday, Tony Khan. Happy Title Tuesday, wrestling fans. Happy NXT Overboard day for everybody here. It is going to be a fun night of wrestling action here. And this card is absolutely jam-stacked to the wall. I know I'm excited. And little breaking news here for us Canadianites here. Oh, it is on. Okay, good. A little breaking news for us Canadiana fans here. We unfortunately don't have we don't have to worry about this AEW versus WWE battle because due to the start of the AHL season and the MLB playoffs, Sportsnet ran out of channels, so they have to show NXT at 10 o'clock or midnight Eastern. So it's actually going to be a weird night tonight. So here we're going to have, we're going to run here with our AEW Dynamite Sidecast. Then we're going to send you off to our local establishment who is going to summarize what happened on NXT tonight because they're in the States and it's, live battle everywhere. And then after that's done, NXT actually goes on TV here in Canada. So it's rather interesting for me here. It's Tuesday. I'm doing great, JJ. It's weird. Like I'm buzzing around here. I didn't get home from work till about right just shy of 5 o'clock here. So I had to inhale some lunch, and forgive me if I sip a little bit extra drink here. I didn't get a chance to finish all the meal, but I wanted to be on here for this pre-show here. But yeah, I usually don't stream on Tuesdays, or if I do, it's very, very late because I work Tuesdays. And it's hard to get my brain going all over the place here. But how are you doing, JJ? Hope you're doing well. So now I still can't believe this. Like, for another buy-in, just a random YouTube video, Minuro Suzuki coming in. Like, seriously, I gotta throw this out here already. I will say this. I really don't like how AEW puts both titles on the line during the pre-show here. Do us a favor, put the New Japan Strong title up tonight. Because you can realistically think Minoro's going to win that one. I don't think he's going to be winning the ROH title tonight. Slowly getting better, eating a little less, and hopefully back to normal. Good. JJ, I just hope you get back up to 100% here. Like, trust me, I've been getting a bit of a cold just by running around so much, and I find that stress really does affect my health quite a bit. Wait, hold on for it. Kazani Dare! So, some of the highlights for tonight are going to be... So, just for the record, folks, if you're DVRing this show, make sure your DVR is set for an extra 15 minutes at least, following the conclusion of the time set on there, because they are allowed an extra 10-minute overlap. I'm ready for Chop City between these two. Absolutely. Like, these two are just going to pummel each other. Yeah, it's happy birthday, Tony. Happy birthday, Tempest. Yeah, Tempest, if you don't know, is from Wrestle Talk. One of my favorite channels to not only get news, but quite a bit of entertainment out of it. So heads up, the ads are still in place here, unfortunately. We can't go 30 minutes ad-free at this point. What I might do is, just before the buy-in's over, I'm going to throw up a 3-minute ad. That will get rid of the ads for the first hour of Dynamite tonight. So then you don't have to worry about ads at all for that part. Oh, good old Kingston. He's like, yeah, I'm a big man. Minuro wants Eddie to chop first. Murder Grandpa like that. All right, these two are just going to beat the living tar out of each other. Oh. Eddie went down to a knee. That's not fair. Who's going to get the first big shots in first here? This is amazing. So yeah, the countdown clock below is just the countdown to regular Dynamite tonight. So, but yeah, this match right now, you knew it was just going to be a good old slugfest with these two. Would you just pin him? Minoru's like, yeah, no, get up, you yahoo. Once again, welcome everybody. Everybody filing in here for the Title Tuesday AEW. I will say this, there will be no spoilers on my end, at least, for NXT here, because, well, frankly, in Canada, we don't get it till midnight Eastern, so the only spoilers you'll get are if anything, if they pull a Tony Schiavone again and give out the results before the show starts. I got a feeling I know what's going to happen for a bunch of this stuff, but I want to see. So for tonight, out of everything that you see going on between AEW, between WWE, I'm free to open to talk about anything here. What do you want to see tonight more than anything? Because I will say this, and I know that a lot of people, this might sound a little controversial to people, but I honestly do feel it. When you're dealing with AEW here, like everybody's talking about, oh, it's Title Tuesday, oh, it's so big, oh, it's so grand. I'm sitting, oh God, Team Jarrett's out here. Team TNA, as they would call it. But I have to admit, like tonight, if you really look at it, this is just another episode of Dynamite. A lot of unique matches. I will say this. We probably wouldn't get Swerve and Danielson. That's probably the only match out of the whole bunch that we probably wouldn't see here tonight normally for AEW. And of course the buy-in match, which is normal, but some of the things I want to see tonight, I want to see Mox is probably going to get his title back. Just because that was such a call earlier, and then Phoenix isn't in 100% shape himself, so I can see that title going back to Moxley here. Do we see a course correction with Hikaru Shida, too? That really wouldn't surprise me either if Shida ends up being Saraya for the championship. Just because I don't see Saraya up here a whole lot in terms of work. Murder Grandpa getting angry. Why do you chop Murder Grandpa? Why do you chop Suzuki? And Suzuki's like, come on! Jesus! Suzuki ain't going down easy. One thing I will say though, saying I see here, Rick Knox is back on the job here tonight. We need to talk about Suzuki's. Hey, that's the way it always is, though. He's always got a weird imprint on his hair. Oh. It actually is pretty amazing here. Just seeing what. Like, I would not want to see Suzuki's barber, but I will never say Suzuki has bad hair because if he hears this quote, yeah, no, he could deal with somebody else. He doesn't deal with me. Ha! I love when wrestlers do that when everybody's saying, oh, hey, you're going to go off the ropes and do something, and then they just stop and do something else. Pretty damn amazing. I love when that happens. It's just a nice change of pace, and a lot of people should expect more of it, but just don't. So, reports coming out of Saturday, the fact that Luchasaurus might have a busted hand here. So we're going to see Christian Cage on top of that. That's going to be interesting. I quite like my libs where they are. I will not comment on Murder Grandpa's hair and get turned into a pretzel. I don't know if that's appropriate or that one's appropriate, this one. See, the biggest thing for me is if I ever said anything like that, the sound I would make, because that would be me disappearing. How you doing tonight, Walker? Hope you're doing well. I know you're firing up. I think you're firing up your stream here in a little bit here. Glad you could chop in. I'm glad everybody could drop in tonight. I am starting about, I'd say about 15 minutes earlier than usual. Half hour earlier than usual. What am I saying? We usually start at about 10 to 6. Or 10 to 8 Eastern, whatever you want to call it. We're here each and every Wednesday night covering AEW Dynamite. Glad to have everybody here. Now, I really wonder what Jeff Jarrett is saying right now. He's like, I like the mashed potatoes this way, and the gravy can go over here, and the turkeys can be like this. And always make sure you have your Jell-O. That's what you need your Jell-O for, right there. Because I sure as hell don't think Jarrett's watching the match right there. Yeah, Suzuki is one hell of a wrestler. I just wish that it would be more... I wish he got more respect over here in North America. Like more mainstream. Like I know he's on a few pre-shows at AEW. I wish he was over here a little bit more. There it is. Really? I guess it is New Japan, so you do have to use your finisher about 2 or 3 times to hit a climax, right? There's a second one. Kick out at... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Suzuki didn't even want the 1 count out of that. Suzuki no selling the finisher. Wow. I think if it was anybody else but Suzuki, people get upset. There we go. It's gonna fit. What the hell? Okay. Had to go with something a little bit different to finish things off, so I'm cool with that. All right, for those that aren't subscribed, forgive me. I'm going to throw 3 minutes ads up right now just because it's going to throw ads up right away anyway. That way we can get our first hour uninterrupted here on stream, so... But yeah, that... You know what? Like I said, I don't like the fact that they put the ROH and New Japan Strong titles on there at the same time. Just put the New Japan title up. It might actually be realistic that Suzuki could win it. Kingston is a bum in the crowd. Minuro just, no, he's not getting up. I'm fully aware it's an ad break. I mentioned it right before we started, so. But yeah, as we're going along here tonight, we're going to have it's going to be an absolute jam-packed card tonight. Hobbs and Jericho might, even with Jericho's shenanigans, that might turn into be a hell of a match. We got Strickland and Brian, which that could main event a pay-per-view anywhere. Uh-oh. 2 out of 3 falls? A little chop chop and then a little hug hug. So Knox comes in and just tries to clear things up right now, get him a little extra hug here and whatnot. But if you want to get a crowd fired up for a 2-hour Dynamite that's going to be jam-packed full of action, that was a hell of a match to do it. And yes, folks, just remember, today is World Mental Health Day. So make sure you take care of yourself mentally, physically, all those ways. I know wrestling is a way to do it as well. Ha! Eddie throwing out the free... Oh, God. What the hell was that? Eddie does not like RJ City for some reason, and I'm not really sure why. So one thing I will mention to everybody is but yeah, like mental health is a very important thing here, and I know I get a little scatterbrained here. Ever since my bout of COVID here last September when I went to Raw, had a little bit of brain fog, and my lungs aren't exactly where they need to be anymore. I got some long COVID parts of it, but it's just a thing. It just plays with your mind a little bit, so you gotta learn how to distract yourself in good ways to, you know, deal with situations. And I'm glad nights like this are just nights where we can turn our brain off and enjoy some wrestling. So thank you once again to everybody. Oh, Tony's on our screen. So no Moxley. Wow. The comedic timing. The comedic timing of Tony Khan actually shows up here. So, Jon Moxley out, Orange Cassidy in. I don't want to call this a bait and switch because we all knew Moxley was hurt. I'm surprised. I think Renee didn't know. I just looking at Renee right now. She's like, what the fuck? Pardon my French here, but yeah, that's exactly what I think happened there. So yeah, now we're getting the most decorated international champion in history against Phoenix, which I think we might still have a title change tonight. Realistically, that I think that could be a thing that's happening here. Just because I know they got plans. And I think those plans are getting that title on Starks, to be honest with you. But now Starks has a tag title, so nobody knows what the hell's going on in AEW, and I love it. I love how the splash graphic came up and then they had that little chime at the end there. I do love, though, the fact that Orange was trying to play his gimmick up. Like, yeah, whatever. Sure, maybe. And Tony Khan's, well, if you're not sure. Well, no, I'm good. So this is going to be... Jericho and Hobbs is going to be a fun match. Saraya and Shida will definitely be a fun match. And I honestly feel that we're going to get 2 title changes here tonight. The only surprise I could... Oh, Jay White and Hangman Page? Yeah, like I said, there are many... Like, these matches you would see on a typical night of Dynamite. Wait. So we haven't seen Hangman Page in a week. Renee, come on. Trust me, I know that this week has just been flying by, and we've had... We've had a national holiday here in Canada in between then, but so yeah, they're just hyping up the matches. I'm gonna switch it over here to get over to the main channel to watch ye old Dynamite tonight. Just a reminder for anybody that's popping in here late, if you're looking to channel surf and you're in Canada, I do believe there might be a possibility NXT is available on Sportsnet Plus, which is their paid add-on feature. But otherwise, you have to wait till midnight Eastern to watch NXT tonight. So I would suggest turning over to TSN 2, enjoying, grab your favorite drink, which right now, Gamer Sups is turning into my favorite drink here. Sorry, let me get that there. And right, not what's in the coffee mug, but what's in the flask here. I got lemonade here for tonight. It's caffeine free, so I'm not going to be stuck all night with any kind of crash or anything really. So, but yeah, breaking news if you're just coming in at the last moment here. Jon Moxley has not been cleared for tonight's Dynamite episode, so our opening contest here on Title Tuesday is going to be Rey Fenix defending the International Championship against the former champion Orange Cassidy. So this could be a very interesting night. So but yeah, I'm expecting a lot of good stuff out of both brands here tonight. So once again, thank you everybody for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Jade posted a pic of Sean calling. I'm going to say this right now. And this is something that is absolutely driving me nuts. As my work phone decides to ring, even though I've been off work for 2 hours. Go figure. Just ignore it. Jade Cargill. Don't get me wrong. Great signing for WWE. Great opportunity for her. Right now, it's been a week. Today is 7 days since they announced her signing. So I don't mind the whole press clipping and pushing the fact that she's been this heavily recruited person to show up here. My problem is you're going to keep showing all these ads, showing how great she's going to be. This WWE crowd has, a lot of them have no clue whatsoever what she can do. They don't watch AEW. Obviously, WWE's not getting... Obviously, they're not getting any AEW footage on WWE TV. If they don't start getting her in the ring soon, or else just shut off the publicity, get her in the gym, get her working, I could see the Emelina gimmick being brought out here. She's being advertised for 3 weeks. Whoa. Daddy CLB is up. Oh, a little birdie. That's, if you guys didn't know, that's Danielson's kid. Okay. So it's thanks to Christian it's commercial free. It's not thanks to Tony Khan. rewind that for a little bit of a startup here. So we're going to open the night with Christian, and we're going to close the night with Copeland. That's a good opening and closing to a night, right? Could you ever think that the biggest Dynamite ever would come from Independence, Missouri? Don't get me wrong. I'm sure they're nice people, but at the same time... Oh, I thought they said they were going with... Okay. Chicago was the home, yeah. Well, let me get the predictions up. I guess we got a... We got a hell of a match to start off here. I guess if you want to start... if you want to start off with a bang, that's the way to do it, right? Sorry, I'm real slow at typing here. But yeah, this is going to be, like, this might be one of the best matches that we see. Oh, let me get in there. And let me throw... They got to put 15 minutes up here. There you go. If you want to bet your points, they're right there. Let me just remind everybody. I got to get dancing. You know, everybody needs to dance. Love Danielson, but kind of want Swerve to win this one. You know what? It would be a very interesting dynamic to have Swerve versus Christian here, as they got two heels there, right? But with Nana there, it sort of negates the effect kind of thing. Sort of makes sense in a way. By the way, Jaeger, once again, good to see you here. Good to see everybody here tonight. We're piling it in here tonight. I know you guys... Some of you weren't here early. I didn't even plan on being here early, but since I was ready to go, I figured, you know what, we'll watch the pre-show together. Oh yeah, that's right. They got an early start time on Saturday as well for Collision. These baseball playoffs can generate some of the best stuff and some of the worst stuff. But let's face it. When it comes to every year for the baseball playoffs, this Tuesday always happens every year. Like, we should almost be banking on it on the calendar. And this is thanks, I'm assuming Eddie won the first match and there were chops and slaps and play. Here's the advantage for you, Jagger. After you're done here tonight, you can actually go see it on YouTube. And yes, Eddie Kingston won. We broke the chop counter because I don't know if it goes that high. We had a spinning back fist. I think he hit about 7 of them, and then he had a Northern Lights Brave Buster. Wardlow and Matt Sydal. Oh, that'll take 2 minutes. We're not putting channel points up on that one. Jay White, Hangman Page. That's going to be a fun one. I'd assume that Jay would win it, but you still got Hangman there who needs some wins. I swerve when I drive. Well, hey, you should see the traffic that I have to deal with. You have to swerve when you drive in Edmonton. Like, it is a lot of fun to watch here right now. The fact that we just got everybody just... Like, Swerve is actually looking to go ground game with Danielson. And he's actually holding his own here. Like, I remember seeing Swerve in some of his earlier matches with Wrestle Circus down in Texas, even before his time with Defy and whatnot. Like, picture Swerve and Sammy Guevara in long-term feuds with each other. And I mean multiple shows. Like, it is pretty damn amazing to see how things go along here. And just, we're getting spoiled with the level of talent we have. Oh, nice trip. Oh my God, like, seriously. I love that Aubrey did not move on any of those. It was all just verbal. And Danielson is still beat up. Like, look at his freaking chest right now. Like, he's still scarred and battered. I gotta work and find out why Stream Elements keep showing up on my chat box on my screen. It's like, yeah, you can go in the comments, just yeah. But I gotta ask you, chat, what match are you looking forward most to tonight? Like, I know Mox and Phoenix were. It's gonna be a little disappointing we're not gonna get to see that match tonight, but Phoenix and Orange should still be a lot of fun as well. If you guys weren't here earlier at the beginning of the show, just prior to the show, Tony Khan came out and said Mox isn't cleared, so Orange is getting the opportunity, and actually a rather comedic moment by Tony Khan. He's got a very dry voice, but ow. You know what? I don't think we're getting a chance to use it tonight. Get the ECW chants up for that one.
But I'm better than you.
Whoa!
And you know it!
Jaeger! 16 freaking months with Prime! Thank you, my friend. Hope you're enjoying the Players Club. Always appreciated. And yeah, you wouldn't be surprised to see OC win the belt. Yeah, I'll be frank with you. I know we'll talk about it later on, but I think both titles that are on the line here tonight possibly could change hands, and I think more than likely will. Because I think they had some plans for... they had plans for the international title going back as far as Wrestle Dream there, and then they had to pull that audible with Phoenix winning. Because apparently the rumor was that Moxley was supposed to face somebody international, like out of New Japan, at the pay-per-view for the International Championship, but unfortunately it fell through because, well, Mox had a concussion. Wow. That is actually a very unique cover. I like that. I like it. I like that one because when he kicks out, he literally stand up on your feet immediately. But what else are you guys looking forward to tonight? Are you looking forward to that main event with Luchasaurus and Copeland? You got to think there's got to be some kind of shenanigans involved there. Maybe a Nick Wade and a Darby Allin showing up. It's funny. Tony says that Wrestle Dream did a lot for Swerve confidence. I don't think so. I think he's been this confident all along. Oh, God. That was pretty awesome right there. Swerve and... Want to see if there's anything new with Saraya? I still feel that Shida's going to win that title back in a part of a course correction. Yeah, I would say that. I love Swerve selling here. And here comes Danielson. Camera went out a little bit too early, just a tiny bit early. Sir just tweeted his confidence did improve after his weight gain. Yeah, like... you know what? I'm not going to spoil it because I promised myself that... I promised myself I wouldn't do it. But I will say this. If anybody's been listening to me about my predictions about NXT... Yeah, they're happening. I got a feeling this night might actually generate quite a few more fans for AEW on this, just based on what's going on right now. Wonder if Tony Storm will show up during that title match, just oblivious to the fact that a match is going on. I don't know, maybe just to get the match thrown out. Here's the thing that I'm thinking. If this is going to be such a big night for everybody, if Tony Khan wants to make this like a memorable night and a night that's going to show something off, there's a rumor that Tony Storm's going to have a faction. If you want to start that faction, do it tonight. And from what I've heard, the person that will be involved in that faction is former Stardom wrestler Mariah May. Which, if May gets on the roster, I definitely will have to get Andre on here so he can help us talk about it. Okay, Danielson, that takes some core strength right there. At least it looked realistic, the fact that he's trying to get himself up. It's one of the spots that I can't stand most of the time because wrestlers are just sitting there with their hands like that without trying to fight or do anything. But I have to say, if you're going to go, hey, Astrid, how's it going tonight? Folks, just half a chicken thigh, half a scoop of pasta side, and a quarter of avocado. That's the most I've eaten since home. Now it's like, ooh. Well, I'm glad you're getting some solid food into you, JJ, but I guess chicken thighs will do that. And hi, Astrid. Great to see you. Just a reminder to everybody, congestive heart. Oh, Jesus. Like, I know sorry. Let me get things back on target here. I see messages and bam. Just a reminder, everybody, after we're done here tonight, I'm going to send you guys over to our local establishment, who is going to be covering the NXT event, which once again, I will say, I found it very predictable. First big announcements. I can't keep up with NXT because NXT is not available in Canada until midnight Eastern tonight. Because Sportsnet ran out of channels, NXT is not available until they show it preemptively at midnight Eastern here. So we're going to send you to our local establishment so they can give you all the details. I try not to read Twitter while I'm here with you guys, but let's just say I heard what the Cody Rhodes announcement was, and I'm like, yeah, duh. Meanwhile, while in here, everything's going absolutely freaking nuts. JJ, there will be no spoilers here in our chat here for this, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Leave it with that. Is Danielson actually gonna get the stomp in on Swerve? And actually, while we got a second here, it's Swerve. Oh, what the hell? Swerve just decided to wake up. Oh, that's how you fix it. Right, while he's quickly doing that, I'm gonna throw up a little pinned message. What about Taya Valkyrie and Tony Stark's faction? I would like that too. We'll leave that up there until manually unpinned. But yeah, I would love to see, I think she could be a member as well. Like, wow. No way. So we got Swerve by submission and Danielson by pin. Those are the two bets that are up right now. This is going to be fun. But we'll be able to see later tonight because I'm sure that with the close-up here. Wow! Folks, have you seen that move before? Like, seriously, Swerve had him by the legs as Danielson grabbed him the corner, just threw up and whipped around like a reverse powerbomb, an inverted powerbomb. Nana, what's that shirt you're wearing? This is Title Tuesday. This isn't Cheap Tuesday here. Come on now. You gotta be wearing something fancier than that. Ah. Wow, no way. Roll through. Here it is, Psycho knee. Watching Donna at ringside have that conniption is hilarious. Alrighty. So, have they not finished the Yeah, Jaeger, I'm with you here. Unwritten rule broken. Don't get involved in a match when you have a match later in the night. Which is funny because there's two storylines involved there. Because we could also get MJF out helping Hangman Page. Like, you want to talk about worlds blown up completely here? Oh, we get another Samoa Joe promo. I like this. Yeah. I love how he just... It's amazing. When it comes to Samoa Joe, everything he says, he just stops. No. Heck of a match, yeah. All right, I think this one we're going to go straight up here for this one. No, I won't give you the fancy finishes because there's only two realistic that you can go with here. And for me, it's really weird. I don't know exactly how you go on this one. Let me put 10 minutes on the clock on here. Oh, the way you watch is a few minutes behind. I get it, JJ. I'm sorry for anybody that's new here. I don't have any mods that come up, so doesn't make Swerve look bad. No, and I think Jagger's bang on. The number one cardinal rule is do not come out and interfere in a match when you have a match later on in the evening. So there is a possibility that we could see Swerve later on tonight. So, because I could see Swerve and Jay White working together, unintentionally or intentionally, one way or the other. But yeah, overall, I would. Oh, the Mark Henry entrance, cool. So I do like that Powerhouse does keep his own music. Instead of that brown tuba sound that Callis makes all the time. Which I'm still pretty sure that that's just flatulence from Don Callis overall, so. But Chad, I have to ask you, just as the half hour is starting to run down here, what do you think of the first half hour? Like, was this worth the commercial free? I would say so. With one of the most fantastic matches we've seen here on Dynamite in a while. Like, Swerve and Danielson is fit for a pay-per-view. I see the 619 bet for Powerhouse Hobbs sort of goes backwards from what you would think, you know. He's not exactly a cruiserweight. Whoa! So, they hit the finisher. All right. He hit one finisher, but I guess he didn't get it in a formal fashion, so. So, chat, here's the theory that we've had, and I don't know if any of you name a good Sonic game. Sonic 2. Pretty much any 2D Sonic game. Screw you in the back. Sonic 1 was not the best, but, you know, the rest of the 2D ones were good, so screw you in the back. What in the hell? Is this just going to be a straight up squash? It looks like they might just do it. Is that Adam Blank? Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm going to send that question down the old war pipe. Yeah, somebody clipped this and sent it to Adam there. There seems to be an Adam Blank sighting at Dynamite tonight asking for a good Sonic game. Like, seriously. I know that Sonic Frontiers and Sonic Adventure 2 sort of poisoned his general being for the idea of Sonic games being good, but hell, all the 2D games are mostly good. Just want to remind him of that as we go here. Like, are we getting a Jericho... Or, sorry, are we getting a Lesnar Cena here? Or does Jericho pull this out at the last second? That's the thing that worries me. He's doing an absolute beatdown right now, but... And another spine buster. Does Aubrey call for the bell? Whoa! All right, Jericho's actually getting a couple shots in, which is not bad, but... No, one of these charges is going to turn into another spine buster. Then that's going to be it. Codebreaker, okay. Speaking of squashes, is Dax or Cash injured? I was super shocked to see Big Bill and Starks destroy FTR. Well, yeah, I guess we can talk about that a little bit, Jaeger. I have heard rumors that members of FTR are injured, but nobody said anything. I will say this, though. The internet is so reactionary. It was hilarious on Saturday. Hey, everybody. Hell of a rain. Thank you. Top Guys out. Everybody took it as they were leaving AEW. It was hilarious watching the dumping through that entire thing. And it just... I think my tweet sort of summed it up perfectly there, or my X post, whatever you want to call it. Thank you for the 3 hours of entertainment. Thought they re-signed a couple months. Yeah, they did. Till 2027. But everybody took it as, oh, they're leaving. They're leaving. They said they're out. I think I signed my my tweet comment on theirs, MTR out. So yeah, they'll be around for quite a while now, and it's just watching the internet just explode off a couple words that they hope happen. So this is how they're going to end their commercial break, is with Jericho hopefully beating Hobbs. I do like the fact that when they say it's going to be 30 minutes, it's going to be over 30 minutes right now, because we're actually on our way to, well, we're over the 30-minute mark already. It's already 32. Oh, here we go. So he gets the Mark Henry entrance, then he gets the world's strongest slam. That looks familiar. What the? This is weird. Like, this is Lesnar Cena SummerSlam without the joy. Like, with a knee on the face. Like, all right, well, only 90 points the other way. I'm actually, seems the favorites have been winning so far all night here. I'm open an underdog. Stop using Canadian Destroyers. There we go. Up top, there's a list of the God Talk. I'm assuming that they're probably talking about a podcast, and unfortunately, unless that's a Simpsons reference. So I'm guessing that Powerhouse Hobbs has gone away from the spine buster and now is doing the world's strongest slam as his finisher. Hope they fix it up in AEW Fight Forever. But you look at it here. For the first half hour, what have we had? Swerve Strickland and Brian Danielson having an absolute banger of a match. And one of the biggest remnants of AEW, one of the veterans, being put over by Powerhouse Hobbs. And literally, like, I got a feeling people are going to be talking about this one. Because the way Jericho went down and is just staying down. Oh, here we go. Roderick Strong's humble abode. So they're getting Adam Cole to, while he's on a wheeler. Yeah, Jericho pulled a John Cena on Brock Lesnar here. This better be good. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Here's my pitch. Roderick Strong hosting a next Strong support group meeting with Adam Copeland, Saraya, Trip Beretta. Oh, God. Adam! Okay, so yeah, if you guys weren't here off the top of the show, and I know I've mentioned it twice already during the broadcast, but as they're saying on TV here, Moxley just didn't pass concussion protocol, so we're getting Fenix versus Cassidy tonight. Does Cole injury really require surgery, or is this just for TV? Based on his Twitch schedule and his Twitch announcement today, I'd have to say it's legit. Because he announced today that he can't stream for the entire week now. All right, let me throw this up here for you. Next poll is up for y'all for the predictions challenge due to popular demand. The fact that he wouldn't announce that he's going for surgery, but he can't stream all week, either something's coming up on TV here that is going to shock the world, or he's going for surgery. And I don't think he'd want to announce that he's going for surgery, because then, you get those crazy morons that would show up at the hospital, and it's bad enough that people found where Britt works, so they decided to book themselves an appointment there. So now Britt has to screen all her clients before she can actually take them in now. You think it's just for TV, JJ? No, I think this one's actually legit. Forgive me, I had to get a little, as you can tell, what I have for supper tonight. Didn't have much of a chance to grab anything that I could actually cook and make, so it's actually going to be great, the fact that I get a chance to do that tomorrow. So, JJ, are you talking about Roddy, or are you talking about Adam Cole? Because Roddy, yeah, that's totally fake, because he actually takes it off during matches. Jagger was actually talking about Adam Cole's injury, and that is legit. Roddy, no, this is all. It was an injury, and now it's literally nothing but horseplay here. It's all good, JJ. It's all good. I just wanted to clarify that up. Roddy did have a neck injury, but it's similar to the Cowboy Bob Orton hand injury that seemed to stick around for about 6 years. Oh my God, here we go. So here's the story of the match now. With Fenix having such a bad back for everything that's gone on. And that just didn't look good at all. I love the Stop Using Canadian Destroyers sign there, so. This is going to go quick and fast, I think. Yeah, folks, just a reminder, we do have the predictions challenge up, so if you want to get your challenge points out. As well, we do have a new Tangia sound effects and visual effects for the stream. So you can check out the little orange circle on the in the overlay that comes up here. It opens a whole bunch of different sounds and effects, and I am going to be working on a text to sound option for you guys. So you guys could actually say something in my voice according to AI. Wow. Simon gives this an up. What are those pool noodles on the top of that? I remember that's what we were trying to use when I was with one promotion in town. They had chicken wire for guardrails. So to try and get it so people don't get stabbed on the top of it, they would, we were actually looking at pool noodles to put on top of it so it's sort of like styrofoam on top. Great to see Big Papa Pump in the back with an AEW shirt on in the corner there. Oh, Jesus. I love for the fact that for the international title, maybe you guys can... That was an interesting... Phoenix is a great athlete, and I think he does stuff, but you can tell he's injured because stuff just isn't as crisp as it normally is. And I think I think it was a convenient thing that he did take the Jesus, what a hop on that. That was beautiful. And another DDT, okay. There's a 66 and 2/3 chance that that's a real Papa Pump. I think we're going to have to take a whistle blow on that one. Oh, Phoenix trying to jump, but he just can't. Beach break counts right on the back, so... But Phoenix can barely move at this point. Yep, there it is. And a mousetrap cover. Wow! Folks, that was literally just over 5. Well, that would have been around 5 minutes. That's all right. That's why you only put a few points down, right? I see everybody picked Phoenix to retain on this one, but Penta and the Best Freds are all out there. Rocky Romero's out there. Hook's out there. That was quick. Oh, here we go. Tony Storm's segment. What the They mistimed the commercial. 30 30 seconds they could have waited. OC is acting different, like way too enamored about the belt. Yeah, like I could see that as well. Even over the last, like, even before Moxley beat him there, you could tell that he was being a little bit more possessive about it. I think it also comes to the category of you don't do something and you don't know how much you miss something until it's gone. And I think that's what they're doing with Orange Cassidy in that championship. Like, you got to face it, Orange Cassidy was probably one of the most... He was the greatest international champion so far. But you got to admit, it was pretty self-destructive on him personally. Maybe you didn't see it mentally at this point, but you saw it physically, because every match that he went into, he just had more and more kinetic tape on him. And then all of a sudden, the hell is Tony's... So this is the female version of... This is the female version of the Sammy Guevara bit. So this is now what they're going to do with the picture-in-picture. I can get into this. Something timed the commercials up wrong. Okay, so they did time it up just a little bit. All right. They know they fucked up. Or Tony didn't act long enough. But we got to see the physical effects of Orange Cassidy having that championship and the fact that he get beaten down more and more every time. Now we're starting to see the mental effects of it happening. To the point where even Tony Khan got a good joke in with Orange Cassidy there. If you guys weren't on the pre-show tonight or didn't watch the pre-show, you had Tony Khan making the announcement that Moxley couldn't make it. Then all of a sudden, Orange and Hook showed up. Yeah, I'm not doing predictions on this one because we know it's going to go about as fast as the Jericho Hobbs match. Tony Khan actually got to get a good line in. Like Orange was asked if he wanted the championship match. He's like, whatever. And Tony's like, well, if you don't feel up to it, Orange. All of a sudden, Orange's like, no, I'm good. And just the way Tony delivered the line, it was absolutely amazing. Somebody stopped Tony. No, let her go. All right, Seidel's going to die. This is Spike Dudley all over again. Yep. No, that's why we weren't doing channel predictions on that one. Because Wardlow is getting the Goldberg treatment right now. I'd like to know where he's going, if he's going out that way. So Garcia wants to help Jericho, but 2.0 doesn't. Now we're getting some dynamic out of that. All right, time. So who's Wardlow's next feud? Keith Lee, Shane Taylor, Luchasaurus. I don't think they have anybody planned for him yet, Jagger, to be honest. All right, predictions are up for the next matchup. I'm just going to go straight head-to-head here on these because I don't think Page is going to do a submission. Same with Jay White, so I don't think it's going to be manageable. As for Wardlow, I don't think they're going to give him anything for a bit. He's going to get the Goldberg treatment for the next... Hell, I would almost say almost into the new year. They could bring him out for every 2 weeks. What in the hell? Oh my. Folks, there's one of two things going on here, and I'm not sure which one it is. Is this a counteraction to the horses that Adam Page rides? Or B, I heard something about a dead man showing up on the other show tonight. Because I'm still throwing it out there for my prediction, the fact that Undertaker comes out in the same Harley as Baron Corbin. Not that I would know, but... It's so funny. Like, I always hear the, you know that old moniker that possession is 9/10 of the law? So technically Jay White is 9/10 champion. Everybody keeps forgetting that the other 10th is theft. And it drives me up the wall when people forget that part. And all right, sorry. I love these guys on commentary. They're such great people. Like, don't get me wrong, Taz and Excalibur, Tony, they do a fantastic job. But this annoys the hell out of me. Hangman Page hasn't been seen since Wrestle Dream. Wrestle Dream was a week and a half ago. For Pete's sake, he took a week off. It's not that big of a deal. The tracks are also yellow and black, which could be... They're supposed to be gold colored. That much I can say about that. They're supposed to be gold colored, which they are Bullet Club gold. If it is yellow and black, it is a ultimate troll job, and I love it. Sold a Bullet Club gold. I'm ordering the shirt when I get a paycheck. Hey, you know what? They do a fantastic job in their promos. Jay White is being introduced to a North American audience in ways that it hasn't been done in years. Like, it's really funny that... Oh, here we go. We got to make up these commercials, so we're starting to more pictures here. AEW does that frequently, yes, and it drives me nuts every single freaking time that we're going to do it every 2 weeks, so like, I get it. Like, here's the thing, Jagger, this is something I understand, and feel free for anybody else that wants to chime in, feel free. But I see. I just heard the alarms going off in another building. When it comes to promoting your show, you want people to watch every week. So when somebody doesn't show up for a given week, everybody's like, whoa, okay. I get where the thinking is on that, but you got to stop using that as an excuse. Give it time to breathe. Not every person has to be on the show every week. Trust me, the AEW roster is big enough that they can have people take a week off once in a while. I think we all can agree on that. But but to your point, JJ, when you're talking about the intro for Bullet Club Gold, that around the ring entrance like that is an amazing piece of cinematography. Look at me trying to use big words. But to me, Jay White, like a lot of people don't realize, Jay White, Matt Taven, these are names that have, like, Taven was the Ring of Honor World Champion when they sold out Madison Square Garden. People forget that point. It's almost like everybody here has to be reintroduced again. And to me, it doesn't feel... It doesn't feel in a way that they're taking a lot of people for granted. Granted, they're early on, like in their formative years, because I'm starting to say, this is, year 4 going into year 5 now. Like we're starting to see that we're starting to see that AEW is starting to pay respect to the fact that they do need to introduce some new people. Because they're starting to enter that phase of AEW where the shine of just being a wrestling promotion is going to start fading here. So now we're going to have to start amping up and giving people reasons why to be invested in these characters. Not just because they're on an AEW show. Not sure how long Mark Davis is out, but Kyle Fletcher could succeed on his own. Abso-freaking-lutely. What better way to put a guy like Fletcher over than to put him in with Danielson for 20 minutes and just let him go? Like that match on Saturday, from what I've heard, is absolutely freaking amazing. Like I said it before and I'll say it again. Collision has amazing matches, an amazing roster. And if it was in a better time slot, it would do gangbusters. Because once again, Saturday Night Wrestling should be at 6:05 Eastern, not 8:05 Eastern. And I will say that to the day I die. You put it on before all the major sports get started on a Saturday night. Not while. But TNT will only give them that time slot, then that's what they got to take, right? Sort of like what happened tonight. You want to talk about making lemonade out of lemons? That's definitely what they're doing here. On a night like this, it just feels special, right? I need to hear logical reasons that time slot is kind of hard on Saturday. So the tradition of Saturday Night Wrestling has always been 6:05 Eastern is when WCW Saturday Night was on. When NWA was on, it was always 6:05 Eastern on a Saturday. Putting it at 8:05 actually makes it a lot... All right, I'm going to... for JJ's sake, normally I'm gonna be right as we go forward. I'm gonna try and sort of ignore the fact that we have ads on to a certain respect because, well, frankly, guys, I appreciate everything you guys do, and especially everybody out here. So. I just put it in the comments there. Like, I appreciate everything you guys do, but there's a reason there's ads in there and there's reasons to get around it. And Twitch Turbo is a great way to get around it. It's $13 a month for every channel to be ad free for you. And I've sort of taught my stream elements to automatically there we go. Oh, I see my ad manager change, so that's why it's happening like that. All right, JJ, like I was saying earlier, I'm going to work on this while we are on here. I noticed that my ad levels have changed here, so. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Okay, I did crank it up a little bit there, so there we go. That'll. All right, there we go. That's back to where it needs to be. Sorry about that, chat. I was the 6:05 Eastern spot has always been a traditional spot, and it's you watch wrestling while you're having supper on a Saturday night before you go out and do your activity. Once you start getting into the 8:05s, you start interfering with the actual activities that are going on. Like, I know personally that no, JJ, honestly, I was mentioning it to the subscribers during the break here. I don't want to get into it too much here because it's a little, I don't like talking about it a whole lot, but when it comes to ads, I would heavily consider everybody just pick up Twitch Turbo because I'm trying to get into the habit of just doing what I'm doing and ignore when the ads are on for many things because, well, Twitch Turbo is just such a deal that, you know, you can help the streamer out at the same time you don't have to deal with the ads anymore. And it's better than having to subscribe to each and every channel that you want to support and skip out all the ads here. But either way, when it comes to the 8:05 Eastern, it just, or 8 o'clock in this case, it is really tough to have it's tough to try and watch something like this while we're trying to like say there's a basketball game or a hockey game or a football game or heaven forbid another pay-per-view going on. Could you tell me that if you put like Collision, I'm thinking is actually going to get some bigger numbers here this week because they are at 7 o'clock Eastern rather than 8. In Canada, it's not as easy because hockey starts at 7 o'clock Eastern here in Canada because we have a double header, one at 7, one at 10 Eastern. But the earlier in the afternoon that you can get it, the more chance you're actually going to get people to fill this in because your nighttime activities aren't going to be tied up with wrestling. And I know it's a shock to a lot of people, but people don't typically watch a lot. Like, there's some diehards, but the casual people, there's other stuff they watch besides wrestling. I know. It's surprising, isn't it? But, it's surprising it's a joke. No, but you know what I mean? Like I know personally, like on Monday nights, if I'm not streaming, I'm popping into Monday Night Football a little bit. I'm watching a little bit of Raw. I'm channel surfing, right? There's a lot more entertainment options that show up starting at 8 o'clock. That's why they came up with prime time. More people will be at home since the cooler air. You know what? Speaking as a Canadian who is used to cold air, it don't make a difference. If you got plans, you're going to be going. The only difference is now instead of football, it's hockey. But yeah, you're definitely looking at oh my God. Jesus. That will always floor me that they're going to pull that move off there. The fall away slam off the top. Which basically turns into it's almost like a part of a Spanish fly, really. So here's another question for you, chat. Just completely off topic here. How long are they going to leave the AEW Fight Forever available now signs on the graphics? That game has been out for, what is it, the better part of 3 months already? Like, hell, let's face it, like, if you are catching people after the first 2 weeks, it is, you're almost at the point where things are about to give up. Knee breaker, I love that move. Spinning Uranagi. It's holiday season. To some people here, it'll be on sale. Until they actually put it on sale, I won't believe it, because right now, I'm just, based on the gameplay it should never have been a full price game the way it was. Jay White is so methodical here. You know what I want to see right now? And I'm just getting a little pissed off with this one sign. I want to see Adam Cole out here and hit like 14 Canadian Destroyers. Or Panama Sunrises in his case. Just literally do it to everybody just to piss that guy off. Very nice guillotine, except the fact we can see the title on the floor right now. Is he going to try the moonsault from there? It's a little nuts. Jesus. Might as well throw that in there for good measure. Nice. Just seeing some rare notes that are coming up here. Sorry. Man, I can't believe we're like, was it 5 matches in and we're at An hour 10? Plus, we also had the Suzuki Kingston match, right? And plus, we're supposed to be getting like a 10-minute overlap tonight. If TSN's smart enough to keep it on. That was a little disconcerting there, but oh yeah, here it is. I'm waiting for Cole to admit he was wrong saying Cody was the leader of Bullet Club. I don't think that's going to happen here anytime soon. Oh, here comes Swerve. Oh. Wow. An unintentional, intentional save. Now, I've always wondered this. Like, I know the referee can only call what he sees, right? But unfortunately, you know, seeing everybody that's out there and everything, and the guys taking off so quickly, it's like, why wouldn't you? Hangman going after Nano with one leg. That may not be a smart choice. Don't go down the heel tunnel. Oh no, here comes the MJF segment, because... Yep, here we go. Come on, music! I love that he's growing out the Wolverine chops right now. Whoa! Wow! No! What is Nana doing, huh? Well, the crowd's trying to help, but I don't think that's going to matter much at this point. Yeah! Oh, God, this is painful. I love the guy in the front row who's got a sign saying, "Do you like my sign?" Nice, generic, smart, effective. Uh... Really? All right, well, One thing I will say, the pace of his speech for MJF has actually gone up here tonight. Sorry about that, chat. Had a little work thing I had to deal with. Okay, you're putting him over. I like that. Uh-huh. All right. No, he ain't gonna do it. He's got his nerve. He's still trash. And Juice is having an orgasm down there. If you guys were over on our stream last night, you'll know we have our own rock hard contender to deal with. All right, he's... All right, who else is... Could you imagine the old Pinnacle getting together on this? Oh, here we go. He just put the keywords in there. 3 men. Bullspit. Oh, they're doing it next week. Cool. Oh, God. Seriously, like, Do we really need to play this card again? Like, do we really need to go with the roll quarters thing? Somebody's triggered. Music. No. So, we're setting up for the Acclaimed. We are setting up for the Acclaimed joining MJF, right? As creepy as it sounds. So, I think we only got 2 matches left here. No, we got to have more than that. Because we got Saraya and Hikaru Shida. We also got Adam Copeland, Luchasaurus. Great to see our picture-in-picture crew is working oh so well here tonight. Good thing they're not fighting with oh, here we go. Tony Storm getting a part 2. That's right. I forgot about that last week where MJF didn't. Yeah, exactly. Like, and the thing is, if you look on social media, like MJF's social media account, Caster's playing up to it so well. Like, any time that Caster can pull in a dirty joke from anything MJF says, he'll do it. He'll do it in a heartbeat. Hit wrong button where MJF told Caster to stop following him. Yeah. Is it time for him to lose that ring? Chad, I want to ask you that. Should MJF lose that Dynamite Diamond ring, it would be in 2 weeks' time. Next week, they're having the Battle Royal to see who's going to face MJF. Then the winner of the Battle Royal faces MJF the week after for the title. Well, for the ring, basically. I don't know if MJF ever loses that ring, to be honest. For all the titles that he has right now, maybe it is time to lose it. But maybe not to Bullet Club. Maybe to, I don't want to say Swerve, because Swerve's good. Well, maybe even Swerve. Because Swerve is, it's a way to get a victory for somebody over the champ without having the champ lose any extra on it. So I swear to God, Tony Storm is like, I don't know how far they can go with this, but I'm here for the ride. Let's put it that way. For those that don't know, this whole gimmick for Tony Storm came from a movie set. I know, it's shocking, but it's actually a movie set of Mildred Burke, the original NWA heavyweight champion or women's champion. So it makes sense that she just carries on the gimmick from playing that part. And it's almost like they're going to show a video of her on set and getting bopped in the head with an apple. It's almost like the Bugs Bunny thing where he got hit in the head on a set and wanted Dante Martin to win the ring when it was 2 years ago when he was on a hot streak. That makes... All right, let me get this prediction up here. Maybe they're going to give him some time here tonight. Could you imagine them actually giving Shida and Saraya like 20, 25 minutes? I'm going to throw 15 minutes up here because it's what I've been doing all night here. But yeah, in terms of the Dynamite Diamond Ring, I could see it going. I really could see MJF losing it because he has so much hardware already. But Tony Khan isn't afraid to be a hardware collector. And Saraya has no backup tonight. Could you imagine if it was that nightcap that was the thing that caused Tony Storm to have this change in kayfabe? Like, I almost feel like it's the same way with Don Callis and that little blotch on his head. All right, let's see how much time they actually give this one. So it's almost 7:30 right now. Now, for all the people that next time she gets hit with a nightcap, she goes back to Outcast Tony Storm. Or maybe she hits up a different gimmick, maybe WWE Tony Storm. So I don't know. Personally, I kind of like Festus in the ring belt. Maybe. That would be a hell of an idea, though. Now, speaking on this match here, like, I know they just showed the video footage of Saraya winning the championship in England. I still totally feel like that was a situation where you had a women's champion sort of crown because of the crowd more than anything. I don't know. That seems to be one of the more common theories that has been going out here, and the fact that Saraya's defended it so few times. Like, I think how many times she defended it? Don't get me wrong, MJF has defended just as much. Like what, maybe one time, two times? Because she had the match against Storm, but I don't think she's had it against anybody else. And the fact that she's barely been on TV and whatnot, it just... I think somebody like Shida would be on TV a lot more often and would be more willing to hang around. I just don't know if Saraya's heart's in it. All right, ref, if she's in a backbreaker and a torture rack, go frickin' check on the wrestler and see if they're going to give, even if it's too early in the match to honestly give up. Good old Ruby. Ha! You eat your own spray paint, thank you. And the shoe! Always look out for the shoe! Tony beating her up with the shoes! All right, well. So here's another thing, chat. And this is sort of what annoys me with people advertising the 30 minutes of 30 minutes commercial free. So it isn't happening on TNT or TBS as much, but it's definitely happening here on the TSN feed. Oh yeah, we'll give you the first half hour commercial free, but we're going to pile in those commercials later on in the show. Because I don't know about you guys in the States, but we're in the middle of picture-in-picture right now, so. I wonder if that spray is just food. It would have to be. Because spray paint like that doesn't come out of the eyes that easy. Like, stuff like that is lethal. And what I probably think it probably is, and this comes from my experience in another sport, vegetable coloring and food dye. I would highly think it's maybe like straight up vegetable oil in a spray bottle with food coloring on it. And the reason I say that is because for people that aren't familiar, paintballs. You go out the old paintball range. That's what those paintballs are. I'm not saying this because in the past I haven't frozen some and shot them at people, but I'm not saying I did that. But I am saying I have a lot of experience dealing with paintballs. Not saying I did that. I'm not. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm not saying I did that. But yeah, more likely than not, we're going to get, it is vegetable oil and food dye, so. You ain't lived and survived until you've been beaten with a shoe. If that's your kink, JJ, all the power to you. I'm not going to argue with you. Everybody's got certain things that they enjoy in life. Myself personally, I don't feel like being beaten up with a shoe. Because 9 times out of 10, that shoe is attached to a boot, and that boot is going to be attached to someone's leg. And somebody's leg is going to be going very fast at my head. I'm sorry, JJ, if I went a little far on that. My bad. I'll just do this to myself. There, I hope that's... Hey, remember Wayne's World 2? That's a different story altogether. I had to beat them to death with their own shoes. We was as kids with shoes or anything else we could get our hands... Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I remember... And Wayne's World 2 as... It's been such a long time since I watched Wayne's World 2. Wayne's World I watched a few times, but it's been a while. But I remember as a kid, I wouldn't even go for shoes. I go for baseball bats. I actually tried to use one like before I actually got to see wrestlers do it. Because, yes, I'm that old that wrestlers weren't regularly using baseball bats on TV. Or there was a slugger gimmick in WWE. That might have been where it came from. Abe Knuckleball Schwartz, that's the name. Anyway, I would use it sort of as a lance against my sister. Unfortunately, she ducked and it went through a wall and made a nice little hole in there that I couldn't hide. Ow! Shida did not want to go down that one. Shida did not want to go down that fall there. I love how Taz has to give a detail by detail account of what it's like underneath the ring. Not just that it's the hardest part of the ring, but why. Now hit the Meteora. There you go. No, it's too early. Not going to happen yet. Really? No way. I didn't think it was going to happen that quick. Speaking of quick, you still got 4 minutes to get your predictions in if you want. I will cut them off as soon as I see the end of the match, because if I'm ahead of you guys. I will have to say this. I do appreciate Saraya's version of the sharpshooter, the different version she has, where she crosses the legs and flips them in front. The flying nothing. Into the rampage. Nice float over. Sorry, Nightfall. My bad. She'd probably shoot me if I said... Why are you... Oh, yeah, here we go. Second one, and that's going to be it, isn't it? No! Okay. Okay. Now we're playing with fire. Now we're playing with fire. Now we're cooking with gas. Holy Shida. That's awesome. I got a feeling I really enjoy the fact that this crowd is really getting behind Shida more than a lot of people expect. Like, Shida's always been that constant that everybody's like, but she can hit the Falcon Arrow without seeing. Wow, there you go. Can't even see, but let's cut that off now. Wow, that is awesome. That is pretty damn awesome if you ask me. Hey, Jaylee, how you doing here tonight? Hope you're doing well. Just saw an epic women's match here. But we were talking about, they got about 12 minutes, so not the best, but told a great story. I'm glad you're doing well. We're having a lot of fun here tonight. Started extra early tonight, but AEW Dynamite once again is delivering. And Shida is now the first 3-time champion in AEW. And Saraya's like, what the hell? Taz blaming Shivani. So Jericho has officially been written off now. Wow! Did you hear that, guys? Like, if you're watching the broadcast, like, Tony Khan has just donated like 50,000 toys to kids for Christmas. Just there's no graphic, nothing fancy. Just I'm giving 50,000 toys out to kids. There needs to be a build for a new women's champ and no more tournaments. I could see there being a story. Now, there is a very quiet story starting here. I love how Excalibur's like, damn it, somebody else got to announce that about the Diamond Battle Royal. They're giving Copeland and Luchasaurus a good 20 minutes. That's decent for a main event. And, of course, another promo that we're not going to be able to hear in Canada because this damn picture-in-picture. Did Shida use the top rope to win because there was tension between Shida and Britt for a while now? No, Shida actually just used a high... Like, before it was a low bridge pin. It was like they were going through the roll-up section there. Shida just got the higher bridge on the pin. So Saraya was literally upside down. Why is Takeshita doing that when now that I guess Guevara is not medically cleared to be there. But yes, Fozzy does have a European tour from what I remember. Takesha's got to be laughing out loud and inside himself. Callis with the red marker. I will say I do like Takeshita in the black jacket a lot better than the red. Just because he looks so much more like an assassin with this, right? Like a hired man, a hit gun. A hit gun. Wow, my English is going well tonight. But once again, AEW just not getting the time of their promos down. Yeah, Don Callis is talking. Unfortunately, it went to picture-in-picture. They've mistimed the picture-in-picture segments a little bit tonight, which I can sort of understand with the fact that they have this little piece in the back that the international feeds are not working out right. Yeah, he is using the cue cards, so makes a lot of sense. But since this is right before the main event, I guess I got to get into what we're going to be doing this week. He's using the cards because Sammy's not available to be here tonight due to medical injuries. He sustained at Wrestle Dream, so he has been around. I'm assuming it's fourth honeymoon, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe Ty's getting close to birth, so he's also taking some time off. Wouldn't blame him for that either. And of course, the line's going to be busy again. Wow. Wow, okay. Oh, God. That was painful and forced. Oy. Wow. All right, let me get this. Even though it's pretty self-explanatory, maybe it's not. Maybe Luchasaurus will. Okay, I'm going to throw this up till the end of regular TV time. I know we got a 10-minute overrun, but I'm sure we can figure this out way before that. So, but there's a lot of different circles going on right now, and a lot of different things. I will say this. I do enjoy where we're going with AEW right now. And everything's happened tonight. We got Saraya as a new champion, Orange Cassidy. Acclaimed with M. Douche F. JJ, I understand you don't like him, but... Hey, Mr. Levy. It has been an absolutely fantastic day here. We've had a bonus extra half hour of wrestling. Shivani calling Christian an ass, which... Hope you're safe. Hope everything's going well. Hope these loads are going well for you. Oh God. He's actually playing Taylor Swift here. Let's not talk about loads. You're in Toronto. Well, Toronto is a load of something. Especially when it comes to the Maple Leafs, the Blue Jays. Hopefully not the Raptors this year. Okay. Wow! Christian just called out the Judgment Day. Wow. Christian took a shot there. Well, this crowd is being extra special here. I'm going to say this. I honestly feel that up until Christian headed out to TNA, Edge was the better competitor. Now, in many ways, they are on the same foot. Christian just stepped up. Just wait. It's going to happen. So my load was supposed to grab on Monday, but got delayed till Thursday, and I had to go to a foreign country within our own country. Was lied. Oh, God. Hashtag drama trip. I just hope that everything's going okay for you, Mr. Levy. Just like, I understand you're in a bad situation right now, but other than that, just... I hope they're getting you a good load to take to other places soon. Christian really shouldn't have to say keep it down to this crowd. Wow. Oh, what's he got for the gear? All right, well, that was random. 11.5 foot wide to Chicago. Wow, okay. So that's what he meant by saying he was going to end his career before it even started. You got to admit the sense of timing there by Nick Wayne. Like, how did Edge not see him? Got the hydrate down. Oh, that's empty. So let's go back to the regular healthy drink. As much as these gaming energy drinks are healthy. Thank you, Mr. Levy, by the way. Christian ain't holding back. No, he isn't. So once again, everybody, you just got over 3 minutes to get your predictions in for this main event with your channel points as well. If you're at all interested, we do have new sound effects available via the Tangia app there. And the Tangia app is just held over in the overlay. That is an odd position for Christian to sit in. Upside, I'm at a Toronto airport, so you can watch airplanes. Hey, that's actually a pretty cool way of putting it there. But yeah, ever since the Edge or the Copeland signing here, to me, I still feel in many ways that this is almost a 2023 equivalent to Hogan signing in WCW. Past the prime, absolutely, they both are. They don't, but they still have plenty to give. The prediction is probably in your chat there. Hey, Crowder. It's been a good night so far. We got 2 new champions in Orange Cassidy as the international champion and Hikaru Shida as the new women's champion. Eddie Kingston and Minuro Suzuki did strong style things in the pre-show, which I do recommend if anybody has the opportunity. Check that out on YouTube. Powerhouse Hobbs pulled a Brock Lesnar John Cena 2014 on Chris Jericho. Like the level of domination that we haven't seen in months. Wardlow destroyed Matt Sydal just like he did last week. He was basically getting the Goldberg treatment. Tony Storm is now doing vignettes in picture-in-picture. We are starting to form the informal alliance of MJF and the Acclaimed in taking on Bullet Club. And now we're in our main event with... and for the 30 minutes that we got free, which they made up for in the last 3/4 of the show, we had Brian Danielson and Swerve Strickland put an absolute clinic for the first 20 minutes of that. 25 minutes, so. Overall, it's been a great night. Like, I don't know what's going on over on the other brand, of course, because we aren't able to see it until midnight Eastern. But we will get details on it because as soon as we're done here, we're going to send you guys over to our local establishment with Ed Fries and Astro Pizarro, who are going to be detailing what happened on NXT tonight. Oh, that Danielson Swerve match was amazing. We also had Hangman Page and... Been enjoying it. Did you get a chance to see it tonight? Or are you just saying in general? Because that must be on Sportsnet Plus then. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm too cheap to pay for the Sportsnet Plus part, so. Yeah, I expected both shows to be good regardless. And I really didn't care that it's actually funny. It's 8 o'clock right now and we're literally going into commercial break. So the only thing I got spoiled about is a quick message about what they opened the shows with. I find it interesting that essentially WWE gave up on the opening of the show. At least I can watch The Masked Singer tomorrow. Hey, take the victories. Trust me, I'm going to take the victories here. I'll probably be on a little bit earlier tomorrow than normal on a Wednesday. We'll probably going to do FIFA tomorrow. It's a little weird day because normally I wouldn't be streaming tonight. I'd be streaming tomorrow. So, but I do want to get on again tomorrow here. So probably do some FIFA before hockey starts tomorrow. And I think I might have a surprise stream for you guys on Friday. A game I didn't even know was coming out. If I can get it and I hear enough about it, I'm not revealing anything, but stay tuned on Friday, guys, because I might have something special for you guys that we'll get to see. Bring back some childhood memories. And no, I did not plan that on rhyming, so it just happens sometimes. But you could see that these two really do know how to put on a very strong TV match. Like, of course, Copeland, we've known about his experience, but Luchasaurus has had quite a bit of that developmental experience as well, as a lot of people don't realize. And a lot of the AEW fans don't realize in his history, right? So let's see now. We're at 8:02 right now, so we're probably looking. One thing we've learned about AEW more than anybody here, they can pack a lot into 5 minutes. But I will say this match, it is a little bit more slow down, a little bit more paced. Something we're not really used to these days. I love that Rebsberg, the second, like, you watch this lean over spot when you're, when he's leading the guy over the ropes. Usually he backs up and the referee admonishes him as the guy on the outside interferes. Rebsberg immediately points over at Nick Wayne on the outside and says, "Don't you even dare." Oh, here we go. Could keep it eventually here. My God, Christian's got that creepy father look on him. Like, that's sick. Oh, and there's all the confetti from earlier. And nobody picked up Edge's ring jacket at the start of the match. I'm sure that's gone. Somebody in the crowd's already snagged it. Might be on eBay before the end of the show. I did miss Edge and Christian era, but seeing who they're opposite now, I don't want them to tag together. Oh, JJ. Wait till they get back together. Once this story's been told and we get them back together, you're going to be amazed. Tornado DDT on the outside. That's new. Even Christian's like, whoa, where did that come from? It's actually funny. We're starting to see a lot of moves that Copeland wouldn't pull in the Fed, right? Reverse splash. Hell of a matchup here. I love the running nothing. It's almost as bad as the flying nothing, so. Oh, here we go. Oh. Looks like Christian's gonna crap himself. I've always wondered about, like, watching the right shoulder always pop up. I know it's supposed to be instinct and that's the way the wrestlers work. But sometimes I'd like to see them pop up their left shoulder just because the left shoulder is wide open, like more common sense, no body weight on it whatsoever. But it also makes sense. You're not rolling into the body. You're trying to roll away from it. Like, there's so many physics things that could get involved here. It's... Watch this. They have the ring collapse here. Could you imagine? They just collapse the ring with these two. You don't see a lot of those. Like, I think the only other people that I've seen do that on a consistent basis would be, in AEW at least, would be FTR. Like, Page has got his release suplex or his fallaway slam. You see a lot of hurricanranas. But number of superplexes, since Pac's been gone, I don't think we've seen a ton of them outside of the Power and Glory move from FTR. This is a sign for Mason Mansour. Oh, God. Christian's going to have a conniption up there. That is hilarious. And Nick Wade's like, yeah, that was 3. All right, both down. Something's going to happen here. It's a hell of a story they're telling here, like, and we are getting that. Well, they're definitely. Is this going to be like one of those, you know, those standing drills in baseball? Like after the national anthem, when everybody leaves, there's those 2 guys, one from each team, that they're just going to sit there. They're going to stand there and stand there and stand there and wait until they, until one person flinches and the other one leaves. Could this be what happens with AEW and WWE tonight? That both of them are going to do like 20-minute run-overs? Okay. Christian looks like he's lost his son there. I think Christians start to realize if Luchasaurus gets taken down, there is nobody holding him in the way of Christian. Now, here's the thing. I don't know whether Edge really or Copeland, sorry. I'm going to have to get used to that. I don't know if Copeland's going to be in the way of wanting to... Copeland's going to want that title. I think it's more about revenge now. Or just showing him the light. He's the ultimate opportunist. Oh no. Ha! 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 The Eddie Guerrero special to the wrestler. And there's the spear. Oh my God. That was great on so many levels. That was amazing on so many levels there. In one quick swing, Copeland managed to A, get the victory. B, have Luchasaurus think that it was Christian's fault. All right, we're getting the Sting and Darby show up, you know. That's how we're going to end the show. We got to have Sting and Darby show up. Oh, Danielson's out here. Okay, so Danielson, that makes sense because Danielson Christian's coming up. All right. Yep, that's... Now this makes a little bit more sense. Even though the BCC are supposed to be heels, but... We're basically going to go off the air with complete chaos, aren't we? Either that or we got to get some massive music come on right away here. Who's coming out now? It's a WCW type Donnybrook. Exactly. Oh, God damn it, guys. You did it. You did it again. They missed the spear. They were doing so good. I love Shivani. The last words we get to hear coming out of Dynamite tonight. Don't let go. Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, good old-fashioned WCW Donnybrook to end the show here tonight. So, what did you guys think of the show tonight? My prediction, not a bad Dynamite. I give it a 7.8. 7.8 to be exact. That is a damn good score. Thank you. I actually think it will be a little bit higher personally. I've always believed, and this is like going back to my indie days when I worked with different promotions. The middle of your card could be a little bit underwhelming, and I don't think any part of this was, but you start the show off strong, you finish the show off strong. You started off the show with Danielson and Swerve, and that epic promo by Christian. You could even count the Kingston Suzuki match as a good warm-up for it. And you finished off with a new AEW Women's Champion that I would say many, if not most of your fans were saying made the most sense. And then as well, you had what you just saw here. Adam Copeland beating Luchasaurus, and then everybody who had a beef with anybody showing up here to beat each other up at ringside. And you're going off the air with what you could possibly see on Friday. Or on Saturday, sorry, on Collision. As Danielson's going to take on Christian for the TNT Championship. They did a hell of a job. And you know what? I hope that NXT did a good job itself. Depending on what they did with what they brought in, I hope both shows just had a strong appearance. I don't care who wins, quote unquote wins. I really could care less. I just want both shows to be very strong, and I know on Dynamite's end they did a hell of a job doing that. So this is one show I'll watch again tomorrow or Thursday since I know. Yeah, this definitely is one that's worth checking out because hell, everything involved here. The only thing I would say is the Hobbs-Jericho match went a little bit long for what they were going for. They were looking for a decimation of Jericho. I wouldn't even have given him the hope spots that he had. Like, he ended up with 2 hope spots in that match. If they really wanted to write him off the way they shouldn't have given him 1. Not even a chance to fight back. Just have Hobbs absolutely decimate him. And like what they did with Wardlow. Like Seidel couldn't get a breath in. I would love, if you saw those two matches back to back, it might not have been the best. Even here in this case, it might have not been the best situation, but at least they're telling the story that Jericho's written off. Wardlow, I might have just saved it for a week, just because I know you want to get his face out there, but at the same time, I don't know if it's really worthwhile doing it that way. So, all in all, like I said, this is like Tony's always going to promote that every AEW Dynamite is the best Dynamite ever. I will say, while I don't think this is the greatest one that I've ever seen, it's pretty damn up there. It is pretty solid. It is. Does it make you want to watch more wrestling from AEW? And to me, tonight is one definitely that will. And we will be back here next Wednesday with the AEW Dynamite Sidecast as always. Because we're having a lot of fun here. We talk a whole bunch of different stuff here. And I really do hope that tonight actually gained a few viewers, because it is a different night of the week. And some of the wrestling fans that are just people that were planning to watch other stuff on TBS got a chance to watch it here in the States as well. So if that's the case, kudos to AEW here.